It is that time of week once again, as it always is. Time to check in with our friends from Blush Exotic, 9th Street downtown. BlushExotic.com is the website, the ultimate gentleman's club. And joining me in studio, she joins us. She's in Pittsburgh a lot.
I'm a regular.
You're a
3 times
regular.
a year.
But when you come in here, you're like family. Prinzzess is in town. We're always glad to see you here. So
I'm so excited to be here.
yeah, if you follow Prinzzess on Twitter, she even mentioned before she even left to come to Pittsburgh that she was excited to get to Pittsburgh. She was so eager to get to see you, Pittsburgh, at Blush Exotic. She's here all week. She did her first show last night. How did it go?
It went amazing. It was really good for a Tuesday night.
Here's the thing. Now, when you're a regular like Prinzzess is, and when she's here for a week, and when she spends a lot of her time here, I imagine you get a lot of reception because you're here so frequently.
I do, and I have a lot of people that like come in every time I'm here. So they're here on Tuesday because they know I'm not quite so busy on Tuesday and Wednesday. So they take advantage of that. So I get to see like the regulars that always come in to see me on the early days.
So even the not so busy days are still busy days because
it's actually busier because they know where I'm signing and they know I've got that little room and they know to find me and hang out with me up there.
Now, speaking of the little room that she's talking about the second floor VIP area, which is
Upstairs.
one of the many features of Blush. Now, granted, a lot of people know about the first floor where the stage is and the bar, and there's obviously waitresses and there's the VIPs and everything, and that's fine, which is great. But there's more to it. The second floor is another VIP area. There's the area where you can meet Prinzzess between shows. She'll be signing autographs. I'm sure you'll have some merch to sell, pictures, and all kinds of things going on.
Kinds of stuff.
Then there's the third floor where there's the sports bar. That's my favorite part. Really great menu. Lots of good beer on tap.
They have my favorite beer up there.
What's your favorite beer?
I think it's the Blush beer. It's cherry flavored.
The Blush Rivertown beer. Yes, the Blush Rivertown beer. Blush actually has their own beer that's brewed by Rivertown. It's sold there. You can get it on tap at the sports bar on the third floor. Really great menu. Lots of other beers on tap also. Pretty much any kind of drink you want. Then there's the fourth and fifth floor. There's private rooms. There's champagne rooms. There's a bunch of different stuff you can do. I always like to call it a playground for adults.
We got to encourage them to buy me some of the beer.
And you got to buy her a beer.
I'll take a drink with you if you buy me that beer.
Exactly. So you can come hang out. You can watch Prinzzess dance. You can buy her a Rivertown Blush special brew cherry beer, which she loves, and she'll love you for it if you do it.
Last time I was here, I practiced pouring my own, and it was like half foam.
People don't realize that pouring beer is an art. There is some showmanship to it.
And I always complain if I get like an inch of head because it's like I lost that much beer, and then I have to sort through the foam.
Yeah, there's some people that don't like to suck the foam. You got to get to the good stuff. So the good pourers out there, shout out to you. And if you buy her a beer that's properly poured, she'll love you even more.
Yes. By
the way, so that's a good thing you can do. Now, you bounce around so much. I know you travel so much. You're here so frequently, but there's a lot of other stuff you got going on because you feature in a lot of different places.
Yes.
So what you been up to since the last time you were here?
I was just in Montana. Like last weekend, I was in Montana.
Who goes to Montana?
I don't know. The club was busy, so people are out there. I don't know. It's in the middle of nowhere.
So we know there are people that live in Montana, and plus they go to clubs to watch you dance in Montana.
I think they do, but I think the thing is that that's all there is to do.
Is it true there's no speed limit in Montana? Is that still true?
It said 80 or 85.
The speed limit in Montana is 85?
80 or 85.
Wow.
It was either 80 and I was doing 85, or it said 85.
If you're doing 5 over, you're usually okay. That's what they say.
On the freeways, you're supposed to do 10 over, right?
I guess 10 or less, you're fine. Anything over 10 is probably going to get you pulled over. But 85? Really? You're doing 85 on the road in Montana?
85.
That's incredible.
I was like, I got to pull over and get a picture with this 80 limit sign.
Did you get one?
I didn't. I forgot.
You got to do that next time. That'd be cool. So something tells me you're going to go back to Montana if you get a chance.
Yeah.
So they love you in Montana.
It was pretty awesome.
They love Prinzzess.
I flew in early, went to Yellowstone for 4 days. That was pretty good.
They love her in Montana. That shows you how great she is, Pittsburgh. Come check her out. And you got, 4 more chances at Blush Exotic.
Well, if we count correctly, it's 8 because I'm on show.
2 shows a night.
Yes.
4 more nights. So 8 chances. I stand corrected. 8 more chances to check out Prinzzess at Blush Exotic. And that's not counting time in between shows where you can hang out with her and buy her a beer.
Yes.
Now, outside of now you've mentioned you were in Montana. What else you been working to as far as like project-wise, film, all kinds of other stuff?
I'm taking off September. I'm excited for a little vacation.
So you get like a whole month off just hanging out?
I get a whole month off. And then I go to LA in October. And I have a club in October, but I don't remember where it is. I travel so much, I don't even know where.
So what do you plan on doing for this whole month off? I mean, I imagine like 2 days off feels like a year for you. So what do you do with a full month?
I'm going to go visit a friend. I was thinking about going to Costa Rica, visit another friend. Work on my house, work on my rock wall, work on this, work on that. I have all kinds of projects I don't get to do because I'm not home.
Now, you mean rock walls in like climbing rock wall?
No, I'm building like a rock retaining wall in front of my house.
Oh, wow.
By hand with Florida limestone rocks and mortar, and it's been a project I've been working on for like 8 months.
Now, are you doing it yourself, or are you paying someone else to do it?
I'm doing it myself.
Really?
Every single rock. And I came up with the cool idea that everywhere I travel, I grab a rock and I take it home, and I'm going to have a section of like just rocks from all over the world.
So I imagine if you're building rock walls around your house, you must do a lot of other stuff around your house, too.
I do a lot around the house.
Wow.
My brothers, I couldn't build the chicken coop myself, so my brothers came and helped.
You have a chicken coop?
Yes.
She has a chicken coop.
It's not finished. They had to leave before they could.
You're building a chicken. That's incredible. Like that's like Mike Tyson had a pigeon coop, I think it was.
I'll have
He
to
had
send you the
pigeons
pictures, and then you can like post them on Facebook.
I'll have to check that out because that's really cool. I mean, not often do you hear people have like chicken coops. Now, I did happen to like interview a famous basketball coach. This was a couple years ago. A really famous college basketball coach, and he lived on a farm, and he had like horses.
I have
and
5
cows.
acres, so
you have 5 acres of land. So he had horses, he had cows, he had llamas. And then one of the llamas had a baby. So we're sitting looking at a baby llama, and I was like 2 days old.
My neighbor's got emus and ostriches and pigs, and he's got everything.
Do you know anybody that has an alpaca? I'm still trying to find somebody who either owns an alpaca or knows someone who owns an alpaca.
I'm trying to think because I don't go in his backyard, but he's got something. It's not a llama. He's got the one that.
If it's not llama,
I'll find out and
it
let
might
you
be an
know.
alpaca. I'm still trying to
find
find
out.
somebody who has an alpaca. Apparently, alpaca wool is very rare and expensive. Is what I hear. So if you got an alpaca,
what he does
that's
is he has a
baller.
little petting zoo, so he's always got these little animals running around, and they're always changed out. And it's pretty cool.
I love how we
He's got
devolved
mini
it.
ponies and.
I love how we've gone into mini ponies and alpacas and petting zoos. This is incredible. But no, this is cool. I mean, this is. I would have never imagined that you have, granted, that much time, much less that going on. You're building a pigeon coop and you have a horse. That's really
Yeah.
good. Do you ride the horse a lot?
Yeah.
Really? When'd you start riding horses?
Since I was 10, I got my first horse.
Wow.
And actually, I got on a horse when I was 6. Does that count?
Of course that counts.
Okay. Since I was 6.
That's 6 years. Well, I should say that's bad math. That's before I ever got on a horse, so I've never gotten on a horse. I've always wanted to learn how to ride a horse, so it's been
pretty fun.
interesting. Probably because I grew up watching a lot of westerns. My dad watched
Okay.
westerns, so I watched westerns with him. So I've always been curious.
Then it's going to be boring when you first get on, and you got to walk around, and it's exciting when you start galloping, but that's when you're going to fall off.
I'll still think it's awesome walking around because I'll still be worried about doing something awkward, like falling on my face or something. So it'll still be something nervous for me.
My thing is you don't know how to ride, or you've never really ridden until you've fallen off and gotten back on, and you can't say your experience until you've fallen off like a dozen times. I have fallen off every way you can.
That's both good and bad, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, the good news is, it shows that you have outstanding experience in something that I've never known in my life. And B, you obviously have tremendous balance, which helps you a lot, I would imagine.
Yeah.
So you get to see that tremendous balance on display at Blush Exotic. You get 4 more shots, 4 nights, 2 shows per night, so that's 8 more chances to see Prinzzess at Blush Exotic, Ninth Street downtown. Well, what's some other stuff going on? Because we keep kind of veering off into other things you got going on
Crazy
here.
stuff.
But yeah, you're taking a month off September, so you're going to LA in October.
And I'm going to Night Moves in October, and I'm up for Best Feature Dancer.
Best Feature Dancer. Now, is that Exotic Dancer Magazine? Or
no, it's Night Moves. Their own little magazine.
Okay,
it's
so
like
Night Moves.
it's like the what's the strip club magazine around here?
I think it's ED around here, but I'm not sure. I can't remember.
You know what I'm talking about, though, right?
Right.
With the strip club ads.
Okay.
They have that in Florida, in Tampa area. So that's the one. They have like a big award show and everything. It's pretty cool.
That's pretty. Now you've won quite a few awards before, both as a feature and on screen.
Yeah, I actually won Night Moves Feature Dancer of the Year 3 years ago. I've been nominated every year, but I got to get the fans to vote for me, and they're not voting.
The nomination, that happened last time, but get online. Vote. Now, where can they vote? Let us know how they can vote.
I posted the link on my Twitter. The link for my Twitter is at Real Prinzzess, RealPrinzzess.
So get online, vote for her. Night Moves Feature Dancer of the Year.
Yes.
That's what it was. And then after you do that, come down to Blush Exotic. 2 shows per night for the rest of the week. Check out Prinzzess. Buy her a beer at the sports bar on the 3rd floor. You got plenty of opportunities to hang out with her.
And if they can't figure out how to do it themselves, they can come into the club, buy me a beer, hang out with me, and I will show them how to do it on their phone.
You see, it's perfect. It covers all the bases. Prinzzess in town. Once again, rest of the week, Blush Exotic, Ninth Street downtown. Josh Taylor, Trib Live Radio.